Hello dear chess friends from all over the world, and welcome for the first time to this chess circle Capablanca. Recently I've received a lot of requests to add subtitles to our videos in Spanish, but I thought that maybe it could be a nice idea to try to record them directly in English. Of course my English is far from perfect, but I thought that as chess is our common language, maybe the moves would somehow speak for themselves. So I invite you to stay with us today for this section of the channel, El Capa's Endgames, because today we're going to discuss a very interesting position taken from famous Mark Dvoretsky's Endgame manual. So let's the party begin. Okay, so this is the endgame we're going to discuss today. These kind of technical positions, maybe they are not so appealing for the beginner, as more flashy ones with tactics, combinations, but they are also very important, and I think they are beautiful too. The problem is that in order to understand the beauty behind these kind of positions, we should be able to understand first the subtleties that work behind them. And that's why I think that the stronger we become, the more we appreciate the beauty behind these kind of end games. I would like you to pause the video for a moment and try to think what would you do if you were white in this position. Well, black of course is a pawn up, but white's pawns are very strong. In particular, this a3 pawn is stopping black's skin from entering the queen side, white's camp, and most importantly, white's skin on e5 is a very strong piece, much more stronger than its counterpart, and that's why this position is completely won for white. It's important to notice that in the end game we don't use concepts such as slight advantage or clear advantage. We need a result. We need an exact evaluation for the outcome of the position. And in this case, we say, okay, white's winning or black's winning or it's a draw. Here, as I said, the position is completely won for white due to the active king. But it's not so easy, because we need to use opposition correctly, and in particular distant opposition. Because if we go directly for black's pawns with king d6, black's able to defend successfully with king b6 and king d7, king b8, king d8, king b8, or king e7, king a8, king e6, king a6, and now again he's able to use the information that as moving our king before him gives him in order to react properly. But the problem for black in this position is that his king is very restricted. His mobility is less flexible than in white's case, and that's why white can maneuver successfully to win the opposition and to make it work in his favor. The problem is that black king cannot go to b4 or to b5, but also the side of the board is restricting him. There is nothing else beyond a5. In this case, I think flat earth supporters would be very happy to hear that the theories work in chessboard, but only in the chessboard, sadly for them. And here, after king f5, very instructive move, very nice one. There is no accessible square here for black's king, so black has to give away the distant opposition. Now king a6 runs into king e6, and king b6 is met by king f6. In both cases, whites win the opposition. And why is that so important? Okay, we're going to see in a moment, because the opposition is a tool. It's not just something we recreate with. I mean, if king b7, king f7, king b8, we could think, okay, we have a distant opposition again, but we at the end we have to use that for what? For so-called outflanking. That's the important part. Okay, so here, of course, if king f7, king e7 would be a horrible mistake because now there is king c7. So we need to go king f7, maintaining this distant opposition. And of course, king c7 in this case could be met, yes, by king e7. And once again, opposition is is working in white's favor. So king b7, king f7, and now if king b8, as I said, king f8, yes, keeps the opposition, but it's not making any progress for white. So here we need to use outflanking. How we do that? How do we do that? We play king e6, and why? Because now black would love to play king a6, but sadly this square is not accessible from b8, and white's winning very easily here. Imagine king c7, simply king e7, and now king d6, and king b7 runs into simply king d7, and king a7 probably more tricky. This is trickier, and now king d6 is met by king b6, and king d7, king b7 again. So what do we do here? Okay, again, distant opposition, this king e7 once more, and now the outflanking would be decisive. King b7, simply king d6, king b7, king d7, or king b8, king d6, and c5 pawn is not defendable for black here. So king a6 probably it's the best try here. Again, we have to be very careful because now this runs into king b7, but we have this king d8 again, the outflanking, and b8 in this case is not accessible from a6. So now black is completely lost. King b6, simply we can play king c8, and now king a7, king a6, king c7, and black is going to lose all his pawns. So very important concept, this distant opposition, and in combination with the outflanking, we can break this kind of defenses very easily. So once again, this king f5, and now let's see the other variation, king e6. We saw previously king b6, now king a6, and again in this case we have to go to the light square in e6, maintaining this distant opposition. And now of course king b6 is met by king d6, or king b7 by king d7, and king a7 now important. King d6 is a bad move, and so is king d7 because king b7, but there is this nice king e7, and now again black has to give us a very important information. For example, king a8 or king b8 both lose to king d6, and the pawn is completely lost. And again, king a6 runs into this king d8, and black's king is once more outflanked. It's very important to notice something here. Imagine this variation: king f5, king b6, king f6, king b7, and now king e7. My question is, why is king e7 here a mistake? Okay, here you may think this is a mistake because of king c7, but you would be wrong in this case, because here the problem is that the c6 pawn is once again stopping black skin from maneuver properly and maneuvering properly. So king e6 is again doing the work for white, because here you see that king b6 runs into king d6, or king b7 runs into king d7, and in both cases the result is terrible for black. But why is this a mistake? Because there is a very beautiful move, and that's why I said at the beginning that these endgames are also beautiful. They have geometry, and once we understand the subtleties, we can appreciate it. And here, king a7 is a very beautiful move that again makes opposition to work in black's favor, because king d6 is met by king b6, king d7 by king b7, and king d8 by king b8, and of course king e8. What's black's move here? Yes, of course, king a8. So very simple position with few pieces on the board, but very instructive one, and I think beginners could be very well advised to try to understand and study these positions carefully. Well, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like it, please support us with a thumbs up. It's very easy, but it helps us a lot. And if you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe, and I hope to see you soon in this chess circle Capablanca with new videos, new patterns, but mainly with chess for everyone.